Hello Scorpio, thank you for joining me for your weekly reading, and this read is good from the 21st to the 28th of July, but obviously do use your discernment, okay, because time is fluid, energy is fluid and all that good stuff. Also, don't try and force a message to fit with your situation as well, okay. It's either going to be your read or it's not, okay? You shouldn't have to think too hard about whether or not it's your read, okay? Right, so let's get into this then. What is the spirit animal message of the week for our Scorpio collective, please? Thank you. The frog and transition. Beautiful. That is full-on 8th house energy. This is a powerful time of change. You're being called to connect with the world of emotions and feminine energies. So don't worry if you're a guy and you're watching this, or if you identify more with the masculine. It's fine, okay? It doesn't mean that you're becoming female or whatever. Don't misunderstand it, okay? The world of emotions and feminine energies. So this is saying, look, you're being called to get more in tune with your feelings and with your intuition, and also with your creativity and your spirituality, okay? All of these things are associated with feminine energies, okay? Everyone's got feminine and masculine energies within them. The feminine polarization, which is the one that you're being asked to tap in more to, is the state of being, okay? The masculine principle would be the state of doing, right? So this is all about being, getting more in touch with your feelings and with your intuition, and so on and so forth. You might also need to engage in a process of cleansing, whether it's physical, emotional, spiritual, or energetic. This is not going to be the week to be carrying around any kind of burdens, be it emotional or anything else, okay? This is going to be the week for you to cleanse through issues, work through traumas, okay? Really feel your feelings. Now, I always do give a warning whenever that kind of message comes out. Someone's randomly banging something outside. That was weird. That was right on cue for me to say, like, I always have to give a warning whenever that kind of message comes out. So there we go. Yes, this warning is definitely going to be very valid for some of our Scorpios. When you have to do a cleansing like that, there's going to be a trigger. And this is the warning. The warning is there's going to be a trigger. And that trigger usually will come through a memory that you had long forgotten about. And it's just going to pop up randomly. You just wake up one morning, boom, there it is. Where did that come from? Haven't thought about that in years and years and years. And it's going to feel like literally a heavy weight on your shoulders. And this memory, it's going to just be there. All of a sudden, that's the trigger. When that happens, pause, recognize why that's happened. Something is being brought from within your subconscious depths. It's being brought up to the surface for you to look at. Okay? Normally, it's going to be about a situation that happened many, many years ago that you never gave yourself permission or time to grieve. And that's why it's floated back up to the surface, so that you can give yourself permission and time to grieve over that thing. It's unresolved trauma, unresolved grief. Okay? Now, that's probably happened to you several times before already, and for anyone where they're completely unfamiliar with everything that I've just said because they've never experienced it, you might well be experiencing that for the first time. Very, very important that you do not allow the feelings of depression to overtake and consume you when this happens, okay? As long as you're cognizant the whole way through, I know exactly why this is happening, and I know exactly what I have to do, then you're going to be absolutely fine, okay? It is all part of that cleansing process. Now, you would have heard me venting my frustrations more than once on my channel already about the false teachings that are out there in the spiritual community, and they all use fluffy language. Not all of them, the vast majority of them do. They all use fluffy, flowery language, and you know, it doesn't help. It doesn't help. And they make out like spirituality is dancing through the sunflower fields and you know, skipping in the sunshine and rainbows and lollipops and la-di-da-di-da. No. True spiritual work is dirty, it's gritty, it's painful. But ultimately, when you get on the other side of that process, you're going to be completely different for all of the right reasons, yeah? True spirituality is all about getting in touch with your true innermost self. That's true spirituality, right? Not sitting on the floor cross-legged in 80 quid yoga pants. It's not taking pictures of yourself doing these yoga poses and popping them on the TikTok or whatever. Yeah? The true meaning of spirituality is this: getting in touch with your innermost self. Okay? It's not gonna be easy, but I can promise you it'll be worth it, because once you have grieved whatever this is that you're needing to grieve, the feelings of freedom that come from that, I cannot even put into words. Okay? So that's why I say this one comes with a warning. It's not going to be fluffy. It's, you know, it's going to be hard. It's going to be difficult. But ultimately, you're stepping in to the highest version of yourself. And that's going to take work. That's going to take kindness and compassion towards yourself as you're going through this process. The other triggers that it could be, and again, I don't want to scare anybody, okay? I'm not in the game of selling fear. That's not who I am. And anybody out there who's watching that knows me IRL, and I know there's a couple, hi, will tell you, I'm not in that game of selling fear, okay? Literally, lost my thread there a wee bit. There could be some kind of incident that is about to kick off, where it is going to be a requirement for your response to said incident is to show yourself kindness, compassion, lean into the transition and the change that's going on. Okay? So again, that could be a whole array of many different things for our Scorpio collective. Never, ever, ever push away the grieving process, right? Get in touch with your emotions. Especially for our men or masculine subscribers and viewers as well. Okay? It is even more vital for them. Anyway, let's keep this thing moving. That was quite an intense message. So I am going to move on and pull you a rune for the week, and we'll see whatever messages come out of there for you guys. Can we have a rune for our Scorpio collective from the 21st to the 28th of July, please? Whoa. Okay. Manas. Wow. Teamwork. Society. What expectations are being put on you guys right now? And it's strange because I literally just finished that message there with the frog energy about getting in touch with your feminine energies, how vital that's going to be, especially for our men or masculine viewers, because some of them have been brought up within the society that they live that big boys don't cry. I think that's spooky, because literally the first word to describe the Manas card is society. Dependence and unity, so teamwork. Okay, it's the rune for humanity. Manas means man, mankind. Okay. Under there is Iwaz, or Ahaz, depending on what region you're pronouncing it from. It's magic, it's liberation, rebirth, some kind of an awakening here, coming into enlightenment and stability. If ever there was a rune for spiritual growth and making progress, it would be that. It would be that. Death, ending, transformation, rebirth. It ties in with the frog. It ties in with the frog. There could be something here that you're learning about, or something that you're learning to do. Could be tied into your own spirituality. This one, in terms of tarot, it would be a combination of the 8 of coins and the 3 of coins. And I'm hearing the weakest link. The group is only ever going to be as strong as its weakest link. Everybody has got some kind of part to play. Everybody has got their own duty of care to ensure that whatever it is that they're doing, whatever it is that they're putting out there, is of the best and highest quality that they can produce. And I'm seeing how it's all connected, because I don't know if the camera will pick it up, but there's tiny little golden details in these cards, and it's like a golden thread almost, or a wisp, that is touching every single one of these people all the way through the card. And when I was looking at that, that's when I heard weakest link. The group is only ever going to be as strong as its weakest link. So there's a message here about raising up the standards. Maybe you're needing to raise up your own standards. Maybe you're needing to raise your own expectations. Perhaps of yourself, perhaps of other people, of society in general. Again, take it as it resonates, okay? Some of you have been accepting less than you deserve, is how I'm feeling with this combination. And it's time for you to raise your standards and expectations. Okay. What's the strongest energy coming in for our Scorpio collective, please? Again, I do need to point out as well, before I start pulling the tarot, tarot is a tool for guidance. If anything comes out that you don't like, it is completely within your power to change. Okay? Tarot is a guide. It is not set in stone. Strongest energy coming in for our Scorpio collective, please. Oh. Okay. The 2 of Fire. This one says you've come into your own new partnerships or contracts. Continue to move forward. The 2 of Fire. Okay. It's possible that you're on the verge of making a very important decision here that is likely going to affect maybe the rest of your life, but certainly for the next 2 to 4 years. There's some kind of an important decision here that you're on the precipice of making. possible that some, but not all, of our Scorpio collectives are coming into some kind of new partnership. Could be romantic, could be business. You're going to know what it is that you've been trying to manifest in your own life. So if you've been actively trying to manifest a romantic love connection, then that's the type of partnership that this is in reference to. For those of you who have been actively trying to manifest something to do with business, then that's the kind of partnership that that's going to be in reference to, okay? The point is, you've come into your own. You're starting to realize quite a few things about yourself. You started to realize what past events happened where you just put up with BS because your standards weren't quite as high as what they are now. Okay, you've come into your own. So this feels to me like you're stepping out and making your own rules somehow. Okay, Spirit's telling you continue to move forward. I'm just seeing if there are any additional messages that want to come through with this card. So the obvious one there is going to be the dragon, and the subtle one is going to be the eggs. So the dragon is symbolic for power, okay? You tapping in to your own power. And with that being fire energy, it really does reinforce that message of your own power. And then the egg, new life, new lifestyle, new beginning. It's an interesting one. And then you've got the Queen of Fire. Confident, warm, intelligent, graceful. Stretch your wings and fly. Don't underestimate yourself. Assert your independence and creativity. Yeah. The worst thing that you could do at any point in time, but especially this week, Scorpio, is for you to underestimate yourself. And then again, another dragon. So don't underestimate your own power. And I also want to say influence. Don't underestimate how much influence you actually have, okay? What else? White wings for freedom. Yeah, it literally just says stretch your wings and fly. So it's time for you to really branch out here with something, Scorpio. So if you're considering making a business move here, then absolutely do go for it, okay? If you're considering embarking on a new relationship, then absolutely do go for it. This combination here is Spirit saying, look, Scorpio, you've nothing to lose. You've nothing to lose. 9 of Air, expecting the worst. That's what's stopping you, because you're expecting the worst. Self-fulfilling prophecy and sleepless nights. Beware fulfilling the self-fulfilling prophecy. So some of our Scorpio collective here is feeling like they're struggling to get something off the ground. Probably expecting the worst case scenario that's stopping them from taking some kind of necessary risk here. Okay. Spirit's telling you here basically, Scorpio, cross that bridge when you get to it, okay? If you waste a lot of energy being worried over something that's not even happened yet, then that would be an awful shame of your own life force, see, with all that greenery. And a lot of us do waste a lot of our own time being worried about things that haven't even happened yet. Okay, you've got to start viewing your energy as your life force. It's very, very precious. Why waste it being consumed with possibilities that haven't played out yet, and that are probably not even likely to happen either? Okay, 3 of Earth. The power of creativity, recognition for very high quality work. Be a team player. Interesting. Because that's bounced right back to the Manage rune. Something of high quality. Recognize that you are of high quality and expect nothing less. Okay? The whole "it will do" phrase is not applicable for you guys this week, because anything less than will abso-friggin-lutely not do. Okay? So do not accept anything less than. And then you've got ego with Archangel Jophiel. This one would be the devil energy, okay? It says a false sense of entrapment. Being overly focused on material things, negative or fear-based thoughts. I don't think any of you guys are overly focused on material things. I think this is more to do with the top sentence and the bottom sentence. A false sense of entrapment and negative or fear-based thoughts. We've already seen the fear-based thoughts there with the 9 of Air, how you're worried about something that's not even happened yet. Or, for the rest of you, worried about something that is completely and utterly outside of your own control. This one, see with the angel standing behind that person. That's saying there is actually something that you can do about this, Scorpio. Whatever this situation is that keeps you awake at night, they're saying there is actually something that you can do about it. Even though that situation for the most part is outside of your hands, it's outside of your control, it's all about your own response to it, because it's the word ego. What does ego actually mean? Here's the funny thing. Ego is not actually a dirty word. It isn't. When the ego's too big, it becomes a problem. Ego literally means sense of self. Sense of self. You've got to have a strong, healthy sense of self in order to lead a successful, independent life. Everybody has ego, sense of self, but when the ego is out of control, it becomes an ego problem and an inflated sense of self, which obviously, as we all know, is unhealthy and problematic. I keep saying on this channel, everything is about having that healthy balance of everything. There's got to be a healthy balance of ego. So when your ego, sense of self, is in the gutter, you end up just accepting all kinds of bullshit in your life and all kinds of bullshit treatment. When your ego is off the charts, it leads someone to believe that they're better than everyone else, and they start gatekeeping shit that they've got no business gatekeeping, and they start looking down at others and feeling overly superior to others. Yeah. Everything's on this sliding scale. You want to try and keep that sliding scale somewhere in the middle. So not low enough that your ego's in the gutter, where you're allowing bullshit into your life, and not high to the point where you're feeling some sense of superiority over others, seeing everybody as an equal. Right? Spirit's saying, with that balanced ego, you will recognize that your response to this situation that you didn't ask for, that you didn't call in, that you're worried about or stuck on, there is a response you can do to that in order to take back some semblance of control, because again, that's a card about control. Focus on the bits that you can actually control, and that's where your response to this issue is going to be paramount. Okay? Negative or fear-based thoughts. Don't they say that fear is the dream killer? I'm quoting some sci-fi writer that the name eludes me at this point in time. I do sincerely apologize. I'm going to be kicking myself when I finish filming this, because I know that when I finish filming this read, I'm going to remember. Fear it is the dream killer, or it's the mind killer. Same difference. You cannot allow your fears stop you from attempting whatever this is that you're trying to attempt right now. Because if you allow that fear to dictate to you, there's not going to be any room for growth. Now, fear again is another one. Fear can be healthy. Fear can save your life. But too much fear, you're never going to take any kind of calculated risk. You're never going to be confident enough to put yourself out there. And to be an achiever, if you're wanting to be an achiever, your fear will keep you held back. So again, fear. It's on that sliding scale, isn't it? There are some instances where fear is a genuinely good thing, and it'll keep you safe. In terms of this tarot read, your fear is exactly what is going to be to your detriment. Because everything about this energy is pointing towards how you've got some kind of ambition here, or some kind of an idea that you're really needing to strike out and do. Make a start. It's that fear and negative thinking that's holding you back. What's under there? Unity. Well. Number 5, the Hierophant. The Hierophant makes an appearance. Traditional viewpoints or methods, spiritual organizations, seek out mentors and like-minded friends. Unity, Archangel Sandalphon. And you got the Dreamer under there, which is the Fool. Archangel Metatron. A risk. Take that leap of faith, follow your dreams, unexpected opportunities. I knew that the Fool energy was connected to this, because you're definitely on the verge of starting something new here. 2 of Fire, Queen of Fire. There's something that you're afraid to quite possibly leave behind. That could be stopping you here also. But you know in your heart of hearts that you at least need to try. Whatever this is, you at least need to try. There could be some kind of traditional viewpoints or traditional expectations that have been put on you, depending on what culture you're from, what religious background that you're from. You could have some kind of family expectations that have been put on you. Okay. They're asking for you to seek out healthy mentors, and again, use your own seriously, because I see so many of them, especially here on YouTube, and a lot of them I would not recommend to anybody, because they're so utterly clueless and unhealthy in their teachings. You've got to use your own discernment though, on what mentors you're taking advice and guidance from. Okay. Really interesting messages that are coming through for you guys here, and I feel that this is going to be the week for you guys where you genuinely do start to make, if you haven't already made, really big progress in your own spiritual growth, and then that's going to translate over into growth in your physical world as well. Can you tell us more about this energy, please? Can you clarify this unity? Thank you. Yeah, Hanged Man in reverse. Failure to give of oneself, a lack of sacrifice, indecision, frustrated action. Hanged Man in reverse is victimhood energy. It's someone who is a bit of a martyr. Again, I don't think that that's our Scorpio collective that's doing that. However, if you feel that you have been doing that, then be aware of it, okay? I think that this is more to do with the mentorship side of things. Somebody here, Scorpio, it could well be you, that feels not quite good enough for something. Perhaps you don't feel quite good enough to be leading, teaching, or mentoring others somehow. So again, Spirit wants to drive your attention to the fact that you're a very influential individual and that you're actually plenty good enough. But also as well, that does serve as a warning, absolutely, against certain individuals who have promoted themselves on being the experts, when in actual fact they're only in it for their own self-gain. Okay. Tell us more about this unity, please. Yeah, Page of Cups. Sweetness, gentleness, kindness, self-exploration. I'm feeling here that some are going to be coming round to this realization that they probably didn't want to look at. That they're not actually likely going to be receiving any kind of an apology from those who had put them through some kind of trauma. 8 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So I'm feeling that our Scorpio collective is going to be forgiving themselves this week for not have known any better, and for feeling like they've wasted so much time here also, waiting for this apology that they might not ever get. It's tied into that repressed memory that's popping back up to the surface so that you can work through it and cleanse it. It's tied into that. Yeah, 10 of Swords, a betrayal, some kind of a betrayal. A situation where you were left utterly defeated, where you were left to rot here, where you were left feeling powerless and hopeless. You're taking back your power right here with this fire dragon energy, definitely. So this is going to be quite an intense week for you guys. Recognizing that you were victimized with something, but that doesn't make you a victim, and it drives you up the fucking wall whenever you see other people acting like little victims. Yeah, 8 of Coins at the bottom of the deck. High standard of work, high quality of work. It's good to have high expectations of yourself. Make sure though that you're not coming down too hard on yourself when you don't meet your own expectations. So for example, before I start my work day, I write out a list of everything that needs to be done, and see if I can't cross off everything on that list, I start to feel really shitty and angry towards myself, right? It's taken practice for me to work through the list as best I can, but to make sure that I'm not, kicking myself for not being able to complete the entire list, because some days a lot of shit happens that couldn't have been predicted, and you know, it's not always going to be possible to complete that entire list of work in that particular day, with life being the way that it is. Okay, so it's always good to take more of a relaxed attitude when it comes down to stuff like that. Okay, and that's just an example. That's like a real world example. Try not to feel too disappointed with yourself if you feel that you couldn't complete anything, or if you feel that you couldn't achieve anything. Don't use that as an excuse for you to drop your standards. Okay. But yeah, it's a really nice message that's coming through for you guys this week. So let's pull a healing message. What do you have for our Scorpio collective, please? Thank you. Interesting. You got a autumn themed card that came out. Scorpio season is autumn. Resourceful. May you recover and rise again. I could not possibly make it up. I couldn't. It's impossible. Resourceful. Let's take a look. The wild power of the storm releases a build-up of tension. What needed to break has been broken. Debris and fall. Wow, my voice. Debris and fallen branches sit beneath a lighter sky. You recover and now discover what you can create. Blessings. May you rise, may you gently heal at your own pace. May your experience make you stronger. May you see your world in a new light. May you take this opportunity to make positive change. Affirmation. I realize my strength and compassion. Yeah. Someone or something didn't break you. It didn't break you. And it is connected to this repressed memory, I am telling you. Spirit wants you to remember, yeah, it was fucking devastating. Awful. That incident, absolutely awful. You're still here. It didn't destroy you. What else for Scorpio, please? This genuinely is going to be the week for some kind of emotional and spiritual recovery. (0303) Collaborating with the universe, co-creating with the universe. This one says taking chances. I told you, you're supposed to be kickstarting something this week, Scorpio. Success, knowledge, friendship, impatience, freedom and optimism. When chances present themselves, seize them and do something out of the ordinary. Yeah. So if anything falls apart this week, Scorpio, you're being told to look for the opportunity inside of whatever that was that just fell apart or is about to fall apart. Don't see it as something devastating, but see it as an opportunity to do something new, to do something different. That's also being resourceful. Okay? Whether in your professional or personal life, you will find success by welcoming creative impulses and having faith in your own abilities, which I feel is an area that some of our Scorpios are struggling with. Trust in chance and take risks on opportunities that could change your life for the better. Yeah. So whatever these intuitive ideas are that are coming through for you guys, you're being told you have got to take action on that. You're more than capable, more than able. And if there's any of this imposter syndrome that's going on for you, recognize that for exactly what it is, which is just your loud inner critic needing to pipe the fuck down. Okay? It is what it is. 0505 changes. Unexpected shift, divine intervention, sudden challenges, love, pleasant surprises, and gut feelings. Yay. This number serves as a gentle nudge to pursue whatever interests you the most. It is possible that something could rock your boat, but you will end up exactly where you belong, which could be in someone's arms, it could be your dream job or abroad, etc., etc. Yep. Your read has literally just come full circle, Scorpio. There's some big decision here that you guys are making this week that is going to be absolutely instrumental for your life over the next few years. What else for Scorpio, please? Okay, Sun Tzu said, "Thus it may be known that the leader of armies is the arbiter of the people's fate, the man on whom it depends whether the nation shall be in peace or in peril." Meaning, learn to tell good advice from bad. Yes. What was it I said about they fake teachers? They fake mentors? Those who are in it only for their own gain. Learn to tell the good advice from the bad. Advice is freely available to us every day, all day. How you deal with it is all on you and no one else. The key decisions are yours to make. In order to withstand the ups and downs of life, it is essential that you learn how to tell the good advice from bad in order to find peace instead of peril. Yeah, definitely do be careful who it is that you take advice from. And you're going to feel it. You'll feel it in this indescribable place within your guts, you know? You're going to, because you'll be like that when you're listening to them. That doesn't sound right. That doesn't sound right. That sounds like a stupid idea. You're just going to know. Okay? That's how you can tell the difference from the good advice to the bad. Let's pull you a card from one of the naughty decks. This one's the Spiritual AF deck. If you're new here, then I do have to give the warning. If you're allergic to swearing or sarcasm, then you just don't have to listen. This is just a little bit of light-hearted fun at the end of the read, because laughter is a very high vibration. Okay, love-like people aren't total assholes. Of course you've been hurt. People can be stupid, selfish, destructive fucknuts. But choosing to live life with your jukes up, waiting for the asshole in everyone to come out, insulates you from the brilliance in people. You'll be a force to be reckoned with if you love people with the tenderness and ferocity of someone who is digging for the gold in everyone. Little footnote that as a responsible reader, I need to add to this. This is saying, try not to keep everybody at an arm's length, okay? Yes, there are a lot of assholes out there on the planet. This is true, this is a fact, right? Not everybody is going to be out to hurt you. Not everybody is going to be out to attack you. So what you do is you give people the benefit of the doubt until they prove to you otherwise. That's what that means. Okay? It's not randomly throwing away your trust and giving your trust away to everyone and, you know, no. It's not that. Give people the benefit of the doubt until they prove to you otherwise. When they prove to you otherwise, you have every opportunity to put your boundaries up and say, no, not happening. Okay, that's that. But yeah, that is what I have for you guys. I genuinely hope that that reading has been helpful to someone. If you feel that you're needing a private reading, then I am currently taking bookings on my website, which is phoenixkeiatarot.com. The link for that is in my description box below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.